Hello, this is Greg Allison with Green Graves coming to you on the 11th of March, 2021. Time on deck is 15:3100 hours Central Standard Time. I did a video last night about what would happen in the United States in war with China, and essentially I was talking about the war games, which the United States has for almost 20 years been losing these red team, blue team war game exercises, and now we're losing them faster and faster. But today's video is something of a continuation of that, but we're going to be talking about Taiwan. Taiwan's trouble. What is it that Taiwan faces, and how can they deal with it? Specifically, we'll be talking about the aspects or prospects of Taiwan making themselves like a porcupine, too bristly for the big lion to take a bite out of. But the problem is they're apparently not there, at least not yet. So we're going to get into that a little bit. We're going to talk about the broader ramifications of it. I'm going to keep this video a lot briefer than normal. This is part of my eyes wide open and head on a swivel series to you, because this can affect you. You need to know about it. You need to be aware of these kind of things so that if you're aware, you can prepare. Better yet, you can encourage your loved ones, your family, your friends, your coworkers, that they can prepare. The more people to get prepared ahead of time, the better off we'll all be, because these are a few less people going to be knocking on your door asking for your last bean. You know what I mean? There we go. So, in order to make sure you get more of these videos, subscribe to my channel, bang the up notification bell, and click all, because not only do I tell you about things you need to keep your eyes wide open and head on the swivel about, I cover such things as how to eat free from the weeds and the trees outdoors, how to grow your own food so you can have more. But also, you got to know that it might not be enough, because your crops can fail and seasons can get wonky. Somebody might come take what you got out in the field. So you might need something you could hide very nicely. So I do have a special on this long-term food storage that's good for 25 years. It lasts that long. You can get go to prepwithgreg.com. If you get two of these, a little better than 20% off of prepwithgreg.com. Or you get two of these is 4-week supply. One of these is a 2-week supply. That's a little less than 20%, but still an excellent deal. You're talking about $8 and about 10 or 11 cents for meals for an entire day. And this is real food, guys. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, 2,000 calories a day, with drinks and desserts that'll make you a winner. So the cool thing is that you can bury these. You can put them in your bug out locations. You can store them. Or if you need to, you can actually open it up and throw this stuff in your backpack. A lot easier to carry around than cans. So guys, that's 4 servings right there. Awesome deals. And there's all kind of other prepping supplies there too. It's lightweight because it's freeze-dried, but it's real food. It's not an MRE. I always hated MREs. I like sea rats back in the old days, but it came out the MREs when I was in the Army, and I much preferred the sea rats. Another story, but hey, so let's get down to talking about this deal with Taiwan. Specifically, what are they facing? Let me do a share screen here. Make sure that what I want to share is open. Hang on a second. To stop that. I did not open the file up. There we go. Now we will do the share screen. Pardon me for the delay. Yeah, my video last night got aborted, so I did not get into this topic. So we're going into it right now. Hang on, I gotta go to a different screen here though. Pardon me. See everything but what I wanted to. There we go. Guys, I don't have time to edit this stuff. I sleep about 2 hours a night. Here we go. Look at this. This is the dilemma that Taiwan faces. And it's an estimate that in order to stop the invasion force, they need to be able to sink about half of their fleet. China happens now to have the largest navy in the world. It may not be big ships like our aircraft carriers, but for conducting an amphibious landing, it's very much optimized toward that, guys. Taiwan aims to sink half of China's invasion fleet. It could take years to buy enough missiles. That's what this says. They need to be able to sink half of the invasion fleet to stop it. The problem is that this could happen anytime between now and maybe 6 years, is according to the last video I shared with you, where some are thinking this is going to happen really soon, within the next 6 years. So that's what some are thinking. And with the kind of rhetoric coming out of the People's Republic of China from Xi Jinping himself, it wouldn't surprise me, guys. So here it says, to defeat the Chinese invasion fleet, the Taiwanese military must sink half of the attacking ships. And to do so, they claim they need no fewer than 400 anti-ship missiles. So that's the dilemma they face. It talks here about the different missiles they got. We got the 400 harpoons fired from 100 trucks. 25 mobile radars. So they're naming a lot more than that. I'm going to read this article to you. I'm pointing this out. So China, that's 1.4 billion people, always possesses more military potential than did Taiwan with its 23 million people. Yeah, we know that. But Taiwan is kind of a tough island to make a landing on. That's why the Republic of China went in exile there. They need to be harder to be taken. But they don't have all the stuff it requires for Taiwan to become the undigestible porcupine. Well, that's a link. See where that goes to. Dire Straits. Yeah, there we go. From The Economist. So there we are. China's might is forcing Taiwan to rethink its strategy. Yeah, but see, it's not quite there, my friends. Not quite there. That's what we're saying here. Anyway, I'm gonna stop this share. There we go. Hello. Now, what can we do as Americans to kind of dampen the military adventurism that China is late trying to exercise? We're seeing, they're getting more aggressive with all their neighbors. They've had these fisticuffs that have been somewhat less than survivable for everybody involved. On the line of actual control between India and China. China actually said that we're going to be withdrawing, but they haven't been doing it. Yeah, you make a deal with like, look at this. Look, China's so good at honoring their deals. Yeah, think about that treaty they had vis-a-vis Hong Kong, how they were going to let it live under a separate system until 2049. How did that work out? Yeah, so you make a deal, you make a promise with a communist power, you are asking for trouble because they don't honor their agreements unless it's in their interest to do so. When that changes, forget about it. The second it changes, they drop it like a hot potato. They have no honor. It's all about their agenda. That's all it's about. That's why you got to watch them. So making deals, treaties, whatever. Look how well they're honoring the law of the sea treaty. Only when it serves their purposes. Oh, they'll use it against us, but they don't obey it. Look at the 9-dash line. It's way outside the scope of anything traditional. They even got ruled against by the International Court in The Hague. And they said, Of course, now they're trying to take over the UN vis-a-vis all the little island nations are cutting all these little drug deals with that to buy their support over as they spread out their invasion line of the Belts and Roads Initiative. Yeah, hey, little island countries, you already know what you're getting into. You're making deals with the devil, and that don't always work out so good. Guess what? In the end, you lose your soul. That's the problem, making a deal with the devil. Now, hang on, guys. I got to give my disqualifier again. There's good people in every country on earth, every village, every hamlet, every race, creed, and color. You're going to find excellent people who will give you the shirt off their back, work off for you. They're nice people, but it's the people that float to power you got to worry about. In some countries, it's not as good as others. Totalitarian systems, power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely, and they have absolute power and are corrupted absolutely. The Republic of China is also Chinese, the same heritage people as in the People's Republic of China, but they live in far freer, they're far happier, and they don't know nothing to do with this, but they're trying. But the Republic of China is having to defend themselves from the People's Republic of China. Taiwan is the Republic of China, by the way. It is the older of the two. It was never part, never a breakaway from the People's Republic of China. People's Republic of China was the insurgency that drove them into exile. Okay? All right, now we said that. Xi Jinping probably isn't going to be happy when we haven't said these things. As you know, he's hacking all our accounts here in the United States. But what can you do? Don't buy their stuff. China lives by trade. The more people boycott them, the less they got. They funded the buildup of the People's Liberation Army, the modernization of it, through all that cheap junk sold by places like Walmart and all these other people that trade with them. All the cheap junk they've sold to us, they have built up an enormous military, enormous economy. Well, they make some good stuff too, but you know what I'm talking about. So, hey, this is nothing about the people. It's about the government. It's about the system. It's about the ambitions of the likes of Xi Jinping. look, Conrad K. Dannenberg built the injectors of the V-2 rockets. It landed in London when my dad was there. But yet, I became a good friend of him. Many years later, he was, it was a whole, guys. Read about the Christmas truce that happened in World War I, where all the troops decided to heck with this, and they quit fighting for a day and met in the middle and had a big Christmas party to the horror of their commanders. Both sides, they quit fighting. Almost might have ended the war had not the commanders, got them back under control. See, people, if we just leave it to the people, right? Pardon me. So they're good people in China, the Republic of China, the People's Republic of China. They're the same people, but one has freedom and one don't. One has a regime running it, and that regime is very aggressive right now. So the way to limit their aggression is to take the juice out of their gas tank. Now, I did mention in my press report, there's a lot of people talking about doing that with blockades, or some people talking about like a nested series of blockades, a double ring blockade. Yeah, if we really get into them with it, that might be what happens. But, there's other ways. If we can encourage more and more people around the world just to stop trading with them, that will cause big changes. Big changes. It's my hope that the people there in China will finally find a way and see fit to put themselves into a more favorable system of governance that's more representative of freedom, as we all deserve all around the earth. That's what I hope. And then if we don't have some big government that wants to take everybody else over, we don't have all the needs for such big governments everywhere. Well, they don't want to hear that, do they? Maybe our side would fund China to oppose us so we could justify all our structure to stand up to them. Yeah. You ever heard a report from Iron Mountain? Yeah, I talked about things like that. Yeah, way back in the early 60s. Things to justify large governments. We don't need any of that. Anyway, enough said for all that. We can take control. In the end, we win. Don't ever forget that. Don't give up hope. But do be prepared. Be prepared, because we have a lot of stress internationally, domestically, economically, environmentally. There's a lot of things going on in the world today, and you need to get ready for it. So pay attention to this magnetic field dropping the field strength. Lots of things to pay attention to right now. All the holes, the Swiss cheese seem to be lining up. It could be trouble. But to those that are prepared, you're going to be far better. Get prepared. Be ready. That's what I'm bringing you these messages for. So I talk about things like power grid, but I don't just talk about them. I do stuff. Yeah, I chair 2 power grid defense conferences, and tomorrow I'm going to do a video, I hope. Actually, I am going to do a video later on the LEAK project, unveiling the website for the Freedom Restoration Foundation. I might do my own video in advance of it. So be aware, be prepared. And oh yeah, today is the 10th anniversary of Fukushima. If I get a chance, I might do another video today on that topic. But the 10th anniversary of Fukushima. Wow. And that thing is still plaguing us. Fortunately for Fukushima, the nation of Japan still mostly had a grid and had resources, and they've been able to keep water on those spent fuel cooling rods, even though they're elevated, cracking. But the longer the time passes, the less chance those are being bad. But look at all the contaminated water that are accumulating. What are they going to do with it? Yow, that's a problem. Fukushima, 10 years later. Yep, see, and again, the power company's there. Oh, we don't have to design for a 1,000-year event. We just got to design for a tsunami this high, and we're good. The tsunami came in that high, and they weren't good. There you go, guys. It's kind of like where we're at today with our power company. And oh yeah, by the way, Texas actually did have one of the most resilient power grids. And look what happened to them. Wow, is that not the canary in the coal mine? Is that not the warning I've been trying to bring to you guys? So we need to work it, and I'll bring more to you on that in the future. So subscribe to my channel, bang the bell, click all, and strap on. We're going to go for a ride. We're going to try to save this old world, whether it likes it or not. But we got to be prepared ourselves. Yeah, feels like saving the world feels like trying to save a suicidal drunk. All right, buckle up, guys. We're going to make it happen. So just stick with me, and we'll get there. Like I said, in the end, we win. All the thing I can't promise you is how rough is the ride going to be along the way. But I will tell you this, if you're prepared, it will be better. So get prepared as much as you can. Don't be scared, be prepared. And again, thank you for watching.